We've got Lilia Begova and Bruna Parente, and we're going to be talking about running a multi-income stream music business with a team. Because honestly, like I could never do what all that I do by myself. I have to have a team, and I get a lot of questions about that. So we're going to talk about, how they're doing it all and how it works so well doing it together and all the different income streams that they are running. So before we get into that, I'd love to know from both of you, how did you get into music? And then how did that kind of progress as you, got into your adult life and got you to where you are now?
I personally got into music pretty gradually. Like, I actually started out with dance, so that was actually my first interest in music, was dancing to the music. And I got more interested in actually playing the music in high schools. I started piano and singing when I was 14. That was in early high school. Then in late high school, I started electric guitar to play metal music, and that was at 17. And I knew that I really wanted to pursue a career in creative arts. I didn't want to do something else and just kind of make music on the side sometimes. I really wanted to focus on that. So when I went to college, my focus was on music performance and composition. So I did that. I'm really glad that I did that. That's always helped me to feel more cohesive about my identity as a professional musician.
For me, I started joining bands or forming my own bands very early age, 14, 15. I started drums and guitar at the same time, so I play guitar too. And today piano also. I teach piano too. I learned that later. But in the beginning, guitar, drums, no music background. None of my parents play anything, or my sister, or anybody in my family. I'm the only musician in my family, the only one.
When you were, when you first met, when you were building up your band, making your EPs and stuff, what were you guys doing to support yourselves at that time? Were you working other jobs or working music jobs?
Teaching music.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so I started teaching music and dance actually during my college years, because I would teach part-time music, dance, and writing when I was in college. And even before that in high school, I taught dance and gymnastics. So I've always been teaching performing arts pretty much. And then after college, I was focusing largely on the teaching music. So yeah, that's how we supported ourselves financially.
Me
and
too.
Also, that's how we got our rehearsal space to be able to write the songs. The music lesson studio I worked at, that was very essential to this band being able to form. Because now, ever since we've been in this house in Alabama, we've had our own studio. It's the lower level of the house. But before then, back in our California days, we were in North Los Angeles County, California, where everyone lives in apartments. So we would not have been able to have anywhere to rehearse if it hadn't been for me working at a music lesson studio. So that was a really big blessing.
So I'm curious about your digital products, because you've now talked about, you've got your band, you've got your music school, and now you have digital products. You have a lot of different streams of income. What kind of digital products do you guys sell?
Yeah, so the number one, because as far as digital product offerings, I've had to go through some trial and error to find out something that actually works. What's worked the best, now I offer this in print and digital, but I have comic books called Lilia the Inner Demon Crusher, but it on the cover it has me with my electric guitar going, yeah, crush inner demons, live in freedom. And actually had a cartoonized version of myself on the cover of it. And that comic book is basically a parody on an artist's inner healing journey, from battling the inner demons that restrict them from the success they're after, into crushing them and finding that personal freedom to be the artist that you want to be.
That and the band's music.
The band's
music on the streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, all the streaming platforms you can think of.
Yeah.
We are there.
Yes.
And that also generates a revenue with the distribution company. We also sell merchandise online on our website. If you go to our website, you're gonna see store. Our merchandise is there, shirts, water bottles, the CDs. We have the physical copies of the CDs on the store. We sell all that on the shows, right on the merchandise table there. But we also sell that online.
So how do you guys kind of divide and conquer? Like, how do you work together
Great question.
to build your income?
People ask this. Tell me the secret of you guys.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Right? We get that question all the time from interviewers, from people in general. They look at us. They see success in us, so they ask. They ask all the time, and we always reply 2 words: teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There's no secret or recipe. Teamwork. I do this, you do that. I go to the right, you go to the left.
Yep, I agree. And that is also part of, having a complete brand. You're not just one thing. Like you are, a whole brand and a whole self.
A
And I think
multiverse, yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that word brand is very essential because so many musicians think about their music. They think that they are their music, and what I gotta do is promote and perform and write my music, and they don't really think that much about the whole brand around it. But essentially you're a brand where music is one of the things that you do. But to put on a good musical show, like just focusing on the live performance, you also have to think about things like your wardrobe and your stage presence and what you're going to say into the microphone and what kind of footage you want from it, how you're going to edit it.
So this has been really great. It's been great to hear how you guys work together, how you guys took advantage of, the hard parts of the pandemic and worked it in your favor, how you've been able to build like a completely new situation in your new location. Very impressed with you guys. So I would love to know how our listeners and people that are watching can connect with you online, all your different parts of your brand.
Yeah,
So-
there's several places.
Yeah. So starting with the band, if you Google Karkaza, Karkaza, you're gonna have the first thing that's gonna pop up is our website. On our website, karkaza.com, on the bottom of the page, you have all of our social medias. And we, on all of the social medias that we are under that name.
My personal brand, Lilia the Inner Demon Crusher, that's how I do mental health advocacy, like raise awareness for the mental health of mainly artists and entrepreneurs, but it appeals to anyone who feels like they have inner conflicts that they need to resolve. And you can find that at liliademoncrusher.com.
Wow. You guys are, I don't know how you keep up with all these socials for all these different things, but I'm very impressed. And like I said in the beginning, it can only be
Teamwork.
done through teamwork, right?
Something that will help you keeping track of all that is a schedule.
Yeah.
You need your posts to be on a certain schedule. So, for example, for the band is every Friday. For her brand is Monday.
Yeah.
Along with the school, so you need a schedule. Not like I feel like posting today. I don't know, maybe. No,
Yeah.
you need this day for this day for that.
I like checklists a lot too. Like
Schedule.
whenever you're overwhelmed by tasks, I feel like just writing it all out in a checklist and just checking. That's like very visually satisfying to go and cross something off.
With organization, everything is possible. We could even have more brands. We could have 10 brands instead of 5. With organization, it's possible. With organization, schedule, a day and time for everything, you can do many, many things.
Yes, you can. Oh, that's a great ending to this episode. Thank you so
Thanks.
much for all these tips. I'm sure they've been super helpful for everybody. And congratulations on all that you guys have achieved. And I can't wait to see where you guys are even in a few years. So thank you so much for everything you shared today.
Thank you very
Bree.
much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you on this podcast too.